guys, Lindsay here, and we're at the North American Guitar in Nashville, Tennessee. It has been a minute or two since we've done a Tonewood roundup video, but right now we happen to have an amazing selection of Cocobolo guitars from a bunch of different luthiers. So we thought it was the perfect time to dive into what might be my personal favorite Tonewood. Cocobolo, or Dalbergia retusa, is a dense, hard, and somewhat brittle species of rosewood that grows across Mexico and Central America. One of the first things that you'll likely notice about it is how visually stunning it can be, with colors ranging from reddish oranges to purplish browns, some with a straight grain, others with wide, dramatic figuring, and even some with a sapline. Last year, we even had several Cocobolo OMs from Santa Cruz that had a really interesting pixelated look to the pattern. As you'll see from just this small selection, Cocobolo's appearance can really vary. What stays relatively consistent, though, is the tone. Many luthiers have described it as being on par with Brazilian rosewood, offering many of the same tonal characteristics and in a much better, healthier supply. It typically has the lush sustain and complex overtone profile that you'd expect from Brazilian, but with a uniquely clear, even intense, glassy attack. Taylor has compared it to Koa due to its bright, sparkling trebles, while luthier Bruce Sexauer has said that it can be almost brittle and harsh sounding, and if it's not managed very well. But every one of these luthiers, from Martin to Ryan Gerber, I think have really harnessed the best aspects of all of Cocobolo's qualities. Each of these guitars has a clarity, a quick response, and a focus to them that, not to throw yet another comparison into the mix, really kind of reminds me of mahogany, but then leaves you with that rich, nuanced sustain. Though Cocobolo can be a heavy wood, the best guitars made with it are lightly built, and as a result, they're resonant and often with a really wide dynamic range and a surprising amount of volume. Being a rosewood, Cocobolo pairs well with just about any common soundboard wood, though I think we most frequently see it paired with European spruce, which brings a nice balance and warmth without getting very muddy. That said, it goes beautifully with cedar too, which offers a woody focus and responds especially well to a lighter touch. Now you may have already noticed from glancing around at all these guitars that all of these ones are in that mid-sized OM and grand concert range. I honestly had to rack my brain a little bit to even remember the last time I played a Cocobolo Dreadnought or Single O or Double O, because it does seem to be a wood that many luthiers reserve for those fingerstyle friendly medium-sized guitars. That said, there are both small and large-bodied Cocobolo guitars out there made by Collings, Santa Cruz, and others. Personally though, and this might be my own preference showing through, I do think that Cocobolo is at its best on an OM or grand concert. The strong attack and wide dynamic range mean it can really maximize a mid-sized guitar body. A lot of finger stylists, myself included, love a good Cocobolo OM as the complex overtones make for wonderful solo playing, and the quick response is great for the fingertips. But they're no slouch with the pick either, some having a crunchy bite and lots of volume for single note leads and clarity for hybrid picking. Whether you're out there looking for your new one and only or adding another voice to your collection, a Cocobolo guitar is well worth your consideration when you're looking for something that's on that lusher side of the spectrum. It is widely available and many suppliers are following sustainable practices to ensure that it continues to be. And while it is typically more expensive than Indian rosewood, it's more affordable than Brazilian with, again, many of the same tonal benefits. If you want to dig more into Tonewoods, there are tons of great articles online, but as usual, one of my favorite resources is the wonderful Tom Sands, so I'll link his video in the description below. Be sure to check out all of these guitars as well as any other Cocobolo models that have come our way over at thenorthamericanguitar.com. Last but not least, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit subscribe so that you never miss any of the guitars that come to our Nashville showroom. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.